There. That's better. One more time. Yes. Okay. That's better than where you're being really like small and cautious. Okay. Try it. Get into it. That's better. Okay. What does that feel like? How is that different?
Less controlling.
Oh, less controlling. It's always that, isn't it? Yeah. Letting it go. Letting your body do the work it knows how to do. Okay. Let's back it up a little ways and see if you can get that sensation throughout. Where's a good place to go? I'd like to have a little bit more of that. Let's go from Ich will in deinem. Get in it. Yes. Intensity, lots of intensity here. That was it. That was way better now. Different, right? Very different. Okay, good. Okay. Can we, I just want to, I want you to take charge of the phrasing. The piano's just playing a bunch of eighth notes here on Ich will in deinem.
Okay.
So you're supposed to move forward quite a bit, and there's a retard, and then there's another retard to get into during at the end. Okay, so if you had, I want you to just dare to do anything that comes into your mind, and I mean like go, not sort of, well, I wonder if this isn't okay. No, I want you to go like so that it's so crazy. Do whatever you want. Go fast, go slow, take time, do whatever you want. Be really bold. Nina will follow you. I just want you to see what that's like. Okay, let's go from Ich will. Be crazy. I'm not kidding. Okay, good. I have a question. Was that crazy? Thumbs down. Sorry. Yes. It was exactly straight tempo all the way through. Okay, so I don't care if it says go faster, go slower. I want you to go like really, really fast and then really, really slow. And then really fast and then really slow. Like nothing to do with what's on the page. Nothing. Okay, go. If it's not together, it doesn't matter. Try something slower. Oh, cool. That was really interesting. Okay, so that was actually almost kind of what we want in the end, but I want you to do further. I want you to be even weirder.
You basically just took a faster tempo the
Yeah.
whole way through this.
So,
Can I push you?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mina's going to be
Yeah.
drive the car.
Yeah.
Mina's driving the car. Go with her, okay? Here we go. Weird, right? How was that?
Interesting. But I see what you mean now.
You can do more.
You can do more. Okay, so that's obviously not what you're going to do in the end. It's a little bit silly, but it is not unheard of. I'm looking at Nina because she knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. It really can do that. It really can. Like I always say, this code that musicians have created over the centuries to put music on a page is so utterly imperfect. It's the best we can do. But it is not, there's no way they can say what exactly everything they want.
Did any of you watch the EMB show that came out this last week?
Oh, Tyler, I haven't watched it yet.
So it's free
Yes.
on YouTube. And if you cut through the interview portions, there's only like 30 minutes of music, but I highly recommend that you watch it. It's, you know what, like I started to put it on at work because we like, oh, I should take a listen to this. And then I got totally like sucked into it because it's like, oh my gosh, right. That's how it works when like a pianist and a singer are totally on the same page and like moving and phrasing with the intent of the text. And it's so good. Also, his diction is like amazing. It's so amazing.
His diction has always been amazing. But then the added bonus with that is that it's is the piano.
Yes,
that they're using.
with that Broadwood, that period Broadwood for sure.
It's a very different listening experience.
Yeah.
Especially, well, I mean, for sure.
Well, yeah, and his diction is good, and plus their ensemble is so good that he has the time and the space and whatever that he needs to like get the words out properly. And it's just like, it's just great. It's really good.
Well, and the first time that they performed with that piano, Tyler said that it was so interesting for diction because there's so much less percussive action from that piano that that you don't ever feel like you're being covered up in your diction. So he just had to sing less. He's just like, I just kind of open my mouth and let it come out. I don't have to feel like I'm like doing anything. And yes, they are an amazing team.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely shows what, you know, like 25 years or whatever of making music together and being married together.
Yeah. Although I will say that, boy, can they fight in the practice room. I mean, yeah, and you have to fight. You have to fight. You have to argue it out. You have to get to you have to wrestle with it. And then in their case, you have to learn how to leave it in the practice room and go make dinner and raise your child. Like you really have to know where those boundaries are. It's very difficult. And it's the same with when you're working with a friend or a colleague. You have to know, like, okay, when we are done here, we can go have coffee and we can leave our arguments in. You have to go there.
So many of us, we're Canadian, we're so polite. We don't want to upset people.
Yeah.
So we just say, oh, you know what? Yeah, it's fine.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, 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 mhm. Yeah.
It is scary and weird the first few, like when you rehearse with people like that at first, and you're like, oh my gosh, like you're so mad at me. And you're like, oh no, this is the process. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've noticed a lot with students is that you're almost always working with a pianist who is a professional rather than another student. So, as a student, then you're always kind of deferring to what the pianist does for you. You're like, oh, well, I guess it goes like that. Okay, I didn't know that was the tempo. And you always feel as a student that you're not allowed to say what you want or what you need because you think the person with you is better than you. Sure, they may have more experience, but you are allowed to make choices and you're allowed to be an artist and you're allowed to discuss. And if there's a reason that it can't be the way you want, like a really solid reason, then that's the reason. But there's nothing saying that you can't challenge your coach, your pianist, your teacher to say you want it a different way. I really like it when you guys do that. It's really it's useful. And this is why I'm always pushing for you guys to work with other student pianists, because though it might be like all kind of like you might feel like teenagers with your limbs that don't work, you figure out a lot because then you're in it together and you're figuring it out together. And that's the pianist that Nina's talking about, Erica. She and I worked together a long time at university, and we just sort of stumbled our way through stuff because we had no idea what we were doing at all. But we just tried it. And we made terrible mistakes. And we did things we should never have done. But it was a great, great, great time because we were in it together. And I think if you can find a pianist who's like at your level and is willing to go the road with you, please just go. Do it, because it is such a great experience. Yes. Does that make sense? Does that feel, I will say, and you guys probably noticed too, that you were together. As wild as that ride was, you were together except for one little second at the end.
Yeah.
Really, like really together. There's not, like you're listening, you're paying attention. Do you want to try that again? Okay, so Nina's going to drive the bus again. You're going to go with it. And then we're going to let you take over. Okay, your turn. Do you feel like you were in control of that? Yeah. Sort of. I still want you to be more daring.
I know. I'm just so used to like, because in high school, most of everything I did was like in band. And so we just like followed and listened to everyone else around us. And I just don't, I never worked on that skill of just being like, go, 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 and just do what I want to
Follow. Yeah, but you got it. I mean, if you're going to be a soloist, to come with your own ideas. And this is different than if you're showing up to sing Messiah with a conductor who was already got the whole plan going. And yes, you can say, can I please have this faster? Or can I please have this lower? That's fine. But this is all you, and this is all your pianist. It's the two of you together. So it can't just be 100% pianist and you're just sort of coming for the ride. Yes.
You bring ideas and I bring ideas. It's like more colors in the palette.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't actually end up clashing,
Mm-mm.
right? It just blends. It becomes like deeper, richer colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're not going to like, by you having strong ideas, it's not going to like squash my ideas or whatever. It actually weirdly like creates more
Yes, it
room
does.
for everyone's ideas.
Yes, it does.
It's like the weird magic of it.
Yeah. There's that Nelson Mandela quote where he says, there is nothing great about making yourself smaller so that other people can feel big around you. But something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. Nuh-uh. That is so useless. Don't make yourself small. If you want to bring others up, then you have to be up. You have to be greater. And other people are going to come. We're going to come. We're going to go. And you have so many ideas and so much artistry and so much creativity and so much like just everything that we need for this kind of work.
You've done like theater stuff.
Yeah.
Have you done like improv things like that?
Oh, I hate improv. So bad at it.
Oh.
I can't do improv. It doesn't work.
Okay. You know what it's like, right? When like your colleagues come and like throw that awesome energy in there, and then you're like, oh, sweet, like I can take this and do this and blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, like within scene work and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's the same idea, right?
Yeah.
It's just like it's exciting.
Yeah.
I know it's hard. You're like, I know you're learning. Do all the things at once.
Okay, so that brings us to the conversation of how do we actually communicate these things when we have our side to the pianist and we can't actually turn our face and look at them and do a big nod and all those stupid things that I hate. How do we communicate this? Like, what would be some ideas? Anyone? Pipe in. What? Breath. Yes. How we take the breath in rhythm is always a huge communicator. And if you really want it to be obvious, breathe through your nose because it's louder. You communicate a lot with your back through your breath. Right? So if I'm directing music at church and I have an organ behind me and whatever other singers kind of back behind me, then I don't necessarily have to be doing conducting, but I can go, and I know that they can see over the sight lines. They can just get the communication from my breath. How else? What else would we do to communicate tempo? You are not allowed to clap or bang your hand on the piano. Seen it. Terrible. No, thank you. Not okay. Okay, text. The way you, especially with German, it's such a great language for it. If you want something to go slower, slow down your consonants. Make them longer. If you want them to go faster, make them shorter and move into the next word faster. If you're not together for 1/100th of a second, who cares? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I absolutely tell you all that, but no one ever believes me. It really doesn't matter. It matters if you're off for a bar and a half.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're off for one little itty bitty downbeat, if you want to go faster. So breath, how you breathe, if you want it to take longer, breathe slower. If you want it to go faster, breathe faster. And also consonants. Okay? All right. So I am now going to shout at you, faster, slower. And I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, let's try it. Same spot. So, okay, number 1, fast breath, go fast. Here we go. Faster. Go, go. Go faster. Slow. And now even slower. Go faster. Faster. Faster, 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 faster. Slower. Even slower. Faster here. Slower. Okay, great. Do you know what I liked about that? I was making you go faster. And then you went slower on the breath. And it absolutely communicated what we needed. Okay, you're on your own. One more time. And then we have to move on to your other song. Okay. Are you feeling a little weird, a little better?
Yeah. Weird but better.
Weird but better. You can be way braver. Way braver. Absolutely, you should learn the music like this with the absolutely straight rhythms, making sure you have paid attention to all those things. Yes. That's the boring part. This is the fun part. See how much you can move that gas pedal up and down. And I would say also get comfortable with silence and long breaths. It is okay if you're not singing for 3 seconds, if that's how long you want the breath to take. That's also really, really important for bel canto music. People get so terrified. They're like, but there was like nothing happening. Like 5 seconds. Like, yeah, make us wait for it. Make us wait for that cadenza. Make us wait for the last note. That's okay. Silence is fine. Absolutely fine. Yep. Okay. So let's look at the next song, because I have a feeling it's a little bit more of the same thing. Oops. Oh, brother. Come on, iPad. When I have sung my songs? Yes? Okay. Copyright 1934. It's very much of that time.
Yeah.
Is this in a movie or anything? Do you know?
I think they had it in a movie a little while ago.
Oh.
Like it may have been in a movie originally, and then they put it into something recently.
Right. Did he write for movies?
I don't actually know.
I would.
need to
It
look
sounds
more
like
into
it to
Yeah.
me.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's pretend it is. Let's pretend you are Judy Garland. Oh, like my dream. And that have you seen the original version of, the Christmas movie with Judy Garland? Oh, Meet Me in St. Louis. So that movie has, is it I'll Be Home for Christmas? No. I'm dreaming of, no.
No, it's oh goodness gracious. I know the one.
But I have it in my iPad. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. So in the original movie, the words are different than what we know. And they will kill you. We used them this year because it was very appropriate. So, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. So that's part of it because it's during the war. And then, once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore, faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon, we all will be together if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. It's pretty sad. It's pretty heartbreaking. And when she sings it, it's just like, I mean, my husband, who's pretty stoic, was just like, I was like, yes, so good. Okay, but it's really, really touching, and it's really beautiful. And I think that's what this song is too. Can you put on your Judy Garland pixie cut and sing this as you would all that other repertoire that you do so well. This is like right up that alley. I feel like you're just being kind of stuck to you know how this goes. When I have sung my songs to you, I'll sing no more. Oh my gosh. That's really touching. It would be a sacrilege to sing at another door. I couldn't share my songs again. So, is this other person dying or something? I don't know. Maybe not. But it's just like a moment of honesty. I could not share them all again. I'd rather die with just the thought that I had loved so well, so true, that I could never, never sing again except to you. Okay, so imagine that this is some of those other songs you do, your musical theater stuff. Sing it that way, because you know how to do that style. That's your moneymaker.
Sacrilege to sing
Much better. But now I want you to go full Rachmaninoff on the last page.
Okay.
And it says agitato at the top of the page, and then that's it. So, oh my goodness, there's so much opportunity for big, long high notes, big releases, long breaths. Oh my goodness. Don't let that pass you by. This is like, oh yeah, come on. This is so good. Okay, so let's just do, Nina, the last bar of the top line on the last page. And okay, so come here. I'm going to conduct you. Get ready. Here we go. No.
Sorry, I was confused where we were. Yeah, I came in the
B.
Wait,
okay,
what?
Here we go. Ready?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, now
Okay.
I know where we are.
Okay,
Sorry.
good. You're not following me. Follow me. Follow me. Hello?
I'm sorry.
You do not need to look at the page. Don't look at the page. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Here comes the zombie. Yeah, right? Right. Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. I could never sing again. Except to you. You're the only person I could sing to. Yes.
It gives the audience that time for it to like sink and be like, oh.
Yes.
And then everybody balls out.
Yeah. Well, the audience needs time to process text and also to let sound actually dissipate. Even when there's a big release and we've let it go, if you're in a big room like this, you still hear sound. If you let it go, let it happen, and then come in again. I know it's hard to practice that when you're in your little tiny living rooms and stuff, but I mean, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to take a break. This is really good. Be brave. You can do it.
Thank you.
Yes, excellent.
Sounds like your high stuff sounds so good when you gave it all that time.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to do it in here.